Caitlin Clark is the only woman in basketball to ever sign with Wilson Basketball, and she's the only athlete since Michael Jordan to do so.
If we're comparing a Caitlin Clark signature shoe release to anybody not named Michael Jordan, anybody not named LeBron James, you're being extremely disingenuous.
Breaking news just rocked the sports marketing world. While Nike thought they had locked in the next Michael Jordan of women's basketball, a new commercial dropped from an unlikely rival that has shaken the entire industry to its core. Caitlin Clark has just triggered a marketing earthquake, and the aftershocks are hitting Nike hard.
When you strip away the noise and the bright lights, it's just the game you loved as a kid.
Caitlin Clark isn't just a basketball player. She's a phenomenon. The only woman to sign a Wilson basketball deal. The only athlete since Michael Jordan to do so. With viewership, merch sales, and cultural buzz off the charts, she's easily the most influential athlete in women's basketball history, and she hasn't even completed a full WNBA season yet.
People were even speculating that. But today was the Nike quarterly call, putting to rest any rumors that A, this wasn't a done deal, and B, there are renegotiations at the table. Something that this did clear up as well is looking like Caitlin Clark's shoe was coming in 2026.
Just as fans awaited Caitlin's Nike signature shoe, Wilson swooped in with a cinematic, emotionally powerful commercial. No flashy shoes, just raw footage, nostalgia, and storytelling. And suddenly, Nike's $28 million deal with Clark looked outdated. Nike has lost over $100 billion in value since 2021. Amid calls for CEO John Donahoe to resign, they saw Caitlin Clark as their golden goose. But the real shocker? Nike won't release her shoe until 2026 or even 2027, a move business insiders are calling a catastrophic marketing delay.
If we're comparing a Caitlin Clark signature shoe release to anybody not named Michael Jordan, anybody not named LeBron James, you're being extremely disingenuous. Extremely disingenuous. We can't compare abnormality to normal behaviors. We can't compare the extreme case, the rarest of the rare case, to an average Joe Schmo walking down the street singing do-a-dee-dee-dee-dum-dee-dee-doo. We can't be doing that. We only compare Clark to Jordan, Clark to James, Clark to Tiger, Clark to Gretzky, Clark to Ali. That's it.
In 2003, Nike started designing LeBron James shoes before he even signed. It took 3 months from concept to store shelves. Clark? She's waiting 3 years. Why? Insiders suggest Nike underestimated Wilson and overplayed their hand. Caitlin's rise hasn't come without backlash. Aya Wilson, who now gets her own Nike shoe first, has previously hinted at white player privilege in viral interviews. She once said of Paige Buchers, she knows how her privilege got her there. Many interpreted that as a veiled comment toward Caitlin. The rivalry is more than just basketball, it's identity, legacy, and market power. Social media has exploded with fan wars. Some call Caitlin overhyped. Others argue she's being punished for her success. And the media? They're fanning the flames. From First Take to TikTok, everyone's picking a side.
Black women, Paige reminds me a lot of you. Like, you say you're not really about me. And she knows how her privilege has gotten her to that point. And also, like, she's good at basketball, obviously. But, like, she understands her privilege and like, pushes her over the top in a sense. It reminds me a lot of you.
Despite leading rookies in every major category and becoming the fourth in MVP voting, Caitlin Clark was left off the Olympic roster. Fans called foul, citing past rookies like Diana Taurasi and Christian Lettner, who did make Team USA. Is it politics or personal? Like it or not, business isn't about fairness. It's about dollars. Allen Iverson outsold Tim Duncan. Caitlin outsells everyone in the WNBA. Yet Nike delays her product, hands Wilson a marketing victory, and sparks industry-wide panic. Wilson just did what billion-dollar corporations dream of. They hijacked the narrative. without a shoe, without controversy, just authenticity. And now, every sports brand from Puma to Reebok is watching Caitlin Clark like a hawk. Nike's in trouble. Wilson just exposed their weakness. Caitlin Clark is on a trajectory we've never seen. And with her signature shoe now 2 years away, the race is on to either catch up or get left behind. One thing's for sure. History is watching.
From the sounds of this interview, it seems like she's probably going to make more money overseas in EuroLeague than she did during this WNBA season. The commissioner told her that she could make $700,000 playing in the WNBA.
The face of women's basketball just dropped the mic. While Nike stands frozen in fear, Wilson just made history, and they did it with Caitlin Clark. This isn't just a shoe war. It's a battle for the soul of the sport. When you strip away the noise, it's just the game you loved as a kid. That's how Wilson's new commercial opens, and within seconds, it crushes every marketing attempt Nike has made this year. Her first playoff game generated more buzz than the entire WNBA postseason. The Washington Mystics had to move arenas just to contain the Caitlin effect. Wilson didn't just give Caitlin a ball, they gave her a legacy. The only woman in basketball history to get a signature deal with Wilson. The only athlete since Michael Jordan to get this kind of treatment. Nike signed Caitlin for $28 million over 8 years. And what have they done? Nothing. Paralyzed by politics. Caged by fear. Wilson's campaign sells dreams, nostalgia, and inspiration. Nike? They're still trying to figure out if they can market her without backlash. Nike built its empire on icons Jordan, Serena, Tiger. So, why are they scared of Caitlin? She's already breaking every barrier without their help. Millions have already watched the Wilson ad. It's been reposted by WNBA stars, college players, even NBA legends. Nike once marketed icons before the world accepted them. That was their strength. But today, they're being outrun by a basketball brand that actually loves basketball. Nike's silence is now its loudest statement. And while they sit back, Caitlin Clark keeps breaking records and changing the game, with or without their help. Wilson didn't just make a ball. They made a moment, a memory, a message. Caitlin Clark is the future, and Wilson saw it first. Caitlin Clark just shook the basketball world. And Wilson was ready. In one unforgettable commercial, they didn't just sell a product, they sold a feeling. The ad opens with a line that cuts straight to the heart. When you strip away the noise, it's just the game you loved as a kid. And in that moment, Wilson crushed everything Nike's tried to do all year. Caitlin's playoff debut caused such a frenzy. The Washington Mystics had to move arenas just to handle the crowd. Yet Nike? Silent. Despite signing her to a massive $28 million deal, they delivered no groundbreaking campaign, no cultural moment, just hesitation. Meanwhile, Wilson treated her like royalty. From studying her favorite color and music to designing a signature ball that truly reflects her, they gave her what no one else did: ownership. And it worked. The ad exploded online, racking up millions of views and praise from fans, analysts, even NBA stars. One tweet said it best: Wilson just made Nike irrelevant in one ad. Because this wasn't just a commercial. It was a love letter to basketball, and Caitlin Clark was the pen. Nike built its empire by betting on greatness: Michael Jordan, Serena Williams, Tiger Woods. But when it came to Caitlin Clark, they hesitated. And that hesitation may cost them everything. While Nike played it safe, Wilson moved fast, bold, and emotional. They didn't just see Caitlin as an athlete, they saw her as a symbol of the future. Their campaign didn't rely on flashy shoes or hype. It relied on heart. Wilson's team studied who she is, what drives her, what moments made her. And then they turned that into a movement. The result? A signature ball. The first ever for a female basketball player. A product and message so authentic, it sparked a cultural wildfire. TikTok, ESPN, even Stephen A. Smith. Everyone's talking. Meanwhile, Nike's most recent ad barely made a ripple. And fans are noticing. They're not just choosing Wilson products. They're choosing the story, the emotion, the message. In 60 seconds, Wilson reminded the world why we fall in love with sports. And Caitlin Clark reminded us why stars don't wait, they rise. Now the question remains, can Nike catch up, or has Wilson already won the soul of the game?